Welcome back, kings and queens. I'm William. And today, we're going to be talking about fights. This is my story. Kings and queens, if you're not already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do it now. Hit the button. Come on. I'll wait. If you like what I have to say, thumbs up. If you don't, that's okay. Comment below. Tell me how you feel. Share your story. Alright, so fights. I'm not violent. No. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. I realized that shortly after moving to Connecticut. So we covered that on the last episode, and we talked a lot about my siblings, my father. So, the story goes, I'm on school bus going to school, and this kid had a Ultimate Warrior doll, one of those action figures. And, you pull down a lever on the back and it would move its arms. It was a Ultimate Warrior doll. And he let me play with it, which was cool. So I'm playing with it. All right, this is cool. And one of my friends on the back of the bus wanted to see what I was playing with. So I let him borrow it. It wasn't mine. But the kid who let me use his doll got upset and said some things. And all I remember was being on top of him, just hitting him. And that was it, I beat the kid up, for letting me borrow an Ultimate Warrior doll. So, I'm sorry. So if you ever hear this, I don't remember the kid's name, but please accept my apologies, because that was a turning point. I realized I didn't want to fight. I wasn't a fighter, growing up in the hood, there's a lot of violence around, and for some people, it's commonplace, They just love the thrill of the fight, and they'll fight for anything. That's one of my reservations with social media, especially certain platforms where that's all you see on your feed. It's just fights and fighting and fighting. And my wife was saying, who are your friends? I'm like, I know, right? Because this is all that comes up. So I had to get off of that platform. It's just too much, And they say that even people whose jobs it is to review this content have to go through all sort of therapy because they're so impacted by the violence and the cruelty of humanity. And being exposed to this, it's not good, Some people become desensitized to it. But there's certain things that are worth fighting for, right? And it doesn't have to be with violence. And that's what I learned, that there's power in words, right? A lot of great people are no longer with us because of that power of words and the power of an idea, right? I call you king. I call you queen. There's power in that. So, even though I don't condone fighting over an Ultimate Warrior doll, I do understand and agree with fighting for your rights. There's countries right now that are in turmoil where their citizens are fighting for food, for opportunity to live. Starvation. You know, there's famine. There's all these things worth fighting for. So, if anything, just pause, right? And think, what are you fighting for? Until next time, grace and peace.